How much performance can you pack into an SUV? That used to be a deeply strange question, but now not so much. And the reason why is this, the Audi SQ5. The original Q5 was the world's top-selling SUV in its class. The original SQ5, well, that was the answer to a question that nobody had thought to ask. Now the second generation SQ5 is here and the idea of a luxury performance SUV is no longer strange. How much performance can you pack into an SUV? Turns out, quite a bit. The SQ5 has a 0 to 100 time of 5.4 seconds. That is quick for anything. The original R8 was only just over a second quicker, and that's a full-on supercar. This is 385 kilos heavier, it's longer, it's taller, it's familier, it's an SUV. But what an SUV. In comparison with the normal Q5, you can see where the designers have added a bit of performance attitude. They started with this big single frame grille with the aluminium double slats, chunky contoured air intakes to suck in the cooling air. The body sits 30mm lower over these magnificent 21-inch Audi Sport alloys. You can see the red brake calipers peeking through. And these are the two-tone silver-topped wing mirrors. You can see an SQ5 a mile away just for that little flash of silver. And this is the sculpted rear wing. It's not just a performance edition, but an aesthetic one. The SQ5 looks like what it is, a pace-setting luxury performance SUV. Australians are big fans of the SQ5. We love it more than almost anywhere else in the world. Of all Q5 sold in Australia, more than 1 in 5 are the S model. We seem to love a combination of performance, luxury, comfort and design. It's spacious, modern and refined. It's designed around the driver, and everywhere you look there are beautiful materials that look and feel great. You sit on seats covered in diamond quilted Napa leather. There are inlays of aluminium, or you can have wood, or on the SQ5 you can option up carbon fibre. Then there's all the beautifully integrated technology. That includes the Audi Virtual Cockpit. That's a 12.3-inch digital display that replaces the analog dials of a normal dashboard. It's lightning fast and it's customizable. So if you want a big map all the way across your dash, it's there. If you want a big central tacho, press the button, the map moves out of the way and it's right there in front of you. The choice is yours. You also get a head-up display, a central screen which is 8.3 inches and it controls the stereo. It's a 19-speaker Bang & Olufsen premium stereo. It's got amazing sound. So that's standard on the SQ5 and optional on the Sport. The cleverness goes further than what you can see or touch. The Q5 range has an array of driver assistance systems that help make everyday driving easier and safer. For a start, you've got Audi Active Lane Assist, which helps keep the car in the middle of the lane as you're driving along. If you've got Traffic Jam Assist, it'll do some of the steering and the braking to help make that boring, slow-moving traffic easier to live with. Audi Presense Front is always looking ahead, keeping an eye out for people or cars that might stray into your path. The car will warn you, and if it needs to, it will brake to help you avoid them. If you suddenly have to swerve because someone or something has appeared in your path, the car will help take over some of the steering to make sure you get back to safety. If you're backing out of a driveway or a car park, it's looking behind you so that if a car appears out of nowhere, the car will warn you and will brake if it needs to. It's a car for whatever the everyday throws at you. Of course, enthusiastic driving is where the SQ5 is most at home, but you are going to have to take my word for that. But what I can tell you is that all that power comes back through a fast, smooth shifting 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission, which then sends the power out via Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system to all 4 wheels. Added to that is wheel selective torque control. That means when you turn into a corner, it grabs the inside brake, which pushes the torque to the outside and drives the car through and out the corner as quickly as possible. Working with all of that stuff is the adaptive dampers. So when you're in dynamic mode, they're stiffer, they help keep the car flat and the tyres in contact with the road. And when it's time to calm down again, you just go back to drive select and you move back to comfort mode. And that just smooths everything out and calms everything down for a nice, easier drive. What this car does is it inspires confidence no matter what you're doing. So that means that whether you're going to the shops with the family or out having some fun, you're going to do it in comfort and in safety. The Q5 range is packed with class-leading technology and entertainment features and a spacious and opulent interior to make any trip a joy. The SQ5 adds a bit of muscle, intent, and more than a little bit of attitude. Don't take my word for it, find out for yourself.